getting closer and closer as each game goes by, and this would have been perfect for Unai Emery. A clean sheet, big win, 3 points, and as you say, those 3 players, they look ready now, don't they, to me? I think certainly Rob Holding does. Kieran Tierney tonight was excellent on the left. Maybe Hector Bellerin maybe a little bit behind. Maybe Sunday will come too soon, we'll see. But yeah, all positive.
Aubameyang getting a few minutes at the end as well. The good news is, like you said, there didn't seem to be any problems at all. Unai Emery's able to rest what you'd expect to be his first choice Premier League squad. Aubameyang just getting a few minutes at the end, Guendouzi too. So all positives tonight, Josh, really.
There were 10 changes. So it's not as if he's really flogging these players. They're not getting overplayed, but they are getting enough minutes to get confidence. And I tell you what, he's going to have a problem soon with players knocking at his door saying, "Boss, I want to go in the Premier League," because Martinelli, as we've been speaking about, has shown lots of promise up front. You've also got players just behind him. You've got Reece Nelson putting in another good performance. Ainsley Maitland-Niles playing further forward, who's another option going forward. So there's plenty of options for Unai Emery, and it's whether he can now fit these into his starting 11 to get that perfect formula in the Premier League.
Well, Josh, thank you very much for your input at the end of this game, and thank you very much for tuning in on Arsenal.com and the Arsenal app. Don't go anywhere, because we still have all of the analysis from Nick, from Timsy, and of course from Jeremy Aliadier in the Matchday studio now. And don't forget to tune in on Sunday as well for live commentary. Dan Roebuck will be back, so you won't have to put up with me. Until then, see you.
Yeah, thank you very much, guys. Stellar performance, both in the commentary box and on the pitch tonight, I think. My guests are still with me here in the studio underneath the Emirates Stadium, Timsy and Jeremy Aliadier. Right, general thoughts on the performance from them in just a sec, but we'll start it with your thoughts out there. We can see here from Football Joe, Arsenal without Martinelli versus Arsenal with Martinelli. I think one of them's Godzilla and the other one's Gunnosaurus. Joe needs to chill out. Gunnosaurus is a top striker. You know what I mean? We'll have less of that chat round here. But generally, your thoughts on the performance. We'll start with you, Jeremy.
Oh, brilliant. To be honest, I didn't expect any less. You know, playing against Standard Liege, we expected them to win. But the way they've done it, obviously, yeah, it's very good. It's nice to see all them boys coming back from injuries, all the guys that don't really get much of an opportunity having a good game today, and obviously Martinelli, you know, keeps scoring goals like this. I want to see some of these in the Premier League now.
Timsy, we were out the traps fast in this game. Yeah. You know, we were, what was it, 3-0 within 20 minutes, something like that, wasn't it? That's what you want to see as a manager and as a fan. You want to see your team get the business done early, right?
Yeah, exactly. And as we said at half-time as well, it's like these players, they haven't really played with each other that much. So to see them go out and be that, you know, aggressive and that, you know, attacking, it was amazing to see how well it came off. And obviously Martinelli, like, huge props. He should have obviously got his hat-trick. He had at least like 2-3 more chances that he'll be annoyed he didn't take, because he deserved the hat-trick for how much he worked so much. It wasn't just his finishing, but he was sprinting the whole time. Even when Aubameyang came on and he went out to the left, he was non-stop chasing. So yeah, no, it was a great fast start for us, and then second half similar as well.
Yeah, I thought Aubameyang could have played out on the left and
let him
try and get the hat-trick. I thought, over, mate, come on, you know what I mean? Give him a chance. But Martinelli is the man of the moment. Of course, loads of you out there just ranting and raving, in a good way, online about him, of course. Loads of different GIFs and memes floating around, we can see there. Aubameyang being demarked, then it's Martinelli underneath in typical Scooby-Doo style. Another one here saying how Arsenal fans see Gabriel Martinelli after 2 goals inside 16 minutes. Don't knock it, mate, I'm telling you. And last one here saying, I don't want to overreact after Gabriel Martinelli's 2 goals in 2 minutes, but I think he's better than Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah, mate, I fully agree.
And we'll finish with this one here. At the slightest hint of a goal-scoring opportunity, Martinelli. I mean, he does love chucking his head at it. Me and Timsy were saying at half-time, and we said in the preview show, Jeremy, seems to be really, really good with his head for a small guy.
He's just at the right position. He makes the good run. That's why he's obviously doesn't have to jump or do anything. He's always, you know, cutting in front of that first defender. So if the cross is good, which most of the time, you know, it was, it's just obviously, you know, need to cut with his head, and then obviously he is good with his head, because what he does, the way he's talking and crossed to the other side was, was quality, but it's all about the run that he makes first that create him the space and the advantage.
Man of the match for you guys?
Yeah, I think he's got.
Yeah, he's got to be for the goals. Yeah.
The good thing is that it's not an obvious choice because so many of our boys played really well. You know, you could have either given it to Tierney, for example. I thought was amazing the whole game. He was excellent. You know, everyone from front to back I thought was really solid. Yeah.
Well, next up, we're going to look at Dani Ceballos, and you out there having your say, as always, on Twitter and on social media. Eamon saying, Ceballos, you beauty, and a great chip from Martinelli. Come on, you Gunners. Evan saying, Martinelli with all the work, and Ceballos finishes it off 4-0 to the Arsenal. Lovely jubbly. And another one here from a different Evan saying, Ceballos, first Arsenal goal, taps the badge, tears in my eyes. Yeah, I mean, Dani Ceballos had a good game. We mentioned him at half-time, Timsy. He was kind of interchanging and linking the play a lot. 1 minute he was playing deep, the next minute he was playing further forward. And then he got his first Arsenal goal. Just sum up his performance for me.
Oh, it was great. I think he's proven over the last few games, since he's joined really, that he sets the tempo, and when he's playing, we play better with the ball. He's always on the ball, always turning, always giving it. And yeah, he deserved his goal. It's nice to see him get his first goal. Hopefully he gets a few more. He's come close quite a few times, so it's nice to actually see him bag this time. It's nice.
And Jeremy, he's a creative force in the Arsenal side as a striker. You'd love that's the type of player you want playing behind you, right?
Exactly. That's the type of player that there's not many around like this. That can create on his own. He's got, like Timsy said, he's got the tempo of the game. He detects how quick we go forward or how quick we just get a breather and keep the ball. And I like the way on his first touch he always tried to face forward, never pass it back. He tried to turn and go quick if he can go quick, to try to keep that little space, to be able to create chances. So yeah, since apart the Liverpool game where it was a tough game for him, at the beginning of the season, every time he plays he's always great performance, always wants to get on the ball, and yeah, it's great to see, and hopefully we can keep him now.
Yeah, that's it. We're convincing him slowly but surely. If anyone out there sees him in Costa or Starbucks, give him a coffee. Like, we want him to stay. Right, the next player that I'm going to focus on. You probably don't expect me to mention this guy, but I'm going to anyway. Emi Martinez. I am really enjoying Emi in sticks for us, and so are the Arsenal Twitter out there. Martinez clean sheet merchant from Uncle Orky. Emi Martinez wasn't clearly kidding when he said he thinks he's good enough to be number one, being solid whenever called upon. And another one here, Martinez is in love with a clean sheet. I mean, it's a difficult position for Emi to be in because Leno is the number one in the squad, but he's a solid number two, and probably in the back of Leno's mind, in the back of Berndt's mind, he's probably thinking, if I make a mistake, this guy's ready to step in. Yeah,
I think it'll be a mix of two things. Obviously, like they all seem to get along, and I think goalkeepers, obviously, because they train together all the time, they're close to each other, they push each other to do well. And yeah, as you said, it's not a bad thing at all to have two very good goalkeepers that, if Leno gets injured, like, it's not the most uncommon thing for a goalie to get hurt or to get a knock or whatever. And for him to come in, and he's proven that he's in the last few games that he's more than good enough to be a proper replacement. Yeah. Well, Jeremy, what did you make of the back five as a whole? Was it a solid unit for you today? Did you like what you saw?
Yeah, definitely like what I saw. Obviously, the opposition didn't really create much and give us too much of a danger. But yeah, no, I really like what I saw. I thought Bellerin and Tierney, the other side, just keep playing forward and had the space to bomb on forward, so it was good. And then Mustafi and Holding at the back didn't have much to do, but the few set pieces that we've had to deal with, they've done well. They've kept the ball well. They didn't take any risk. Like, sometimes we can always, say that playing from the back sometimes takes a bit too much risk. And us fan in a stadium, we're like, a bit scared. But today I didn't see any of this. Every time that we had to clear the ball, we cleared it, and yeah, it was a good performance, and I'm sure they'll be pleased with themselves. Yeah, buzzing for the next game on Sunday against Bournemouth. Right, the youth out there getting lots of love, of course. The youthful Arsenal team getting loads of love on social media. Have a look at this GIF here. Arsenal's future with Martinelli, Saka, Guendouzi, Tierney, Willock, Saliba to come. I totally forgot about Saliba. I know. We're sitting there. I did as well. Forgot about Saliba. I mean, it's. We're in a great position, aren't we? We mentioned it pre-show, Jeremy, with all these young players.
it's a good time to be an Arsenal fan when looking at the future.
Yeah, when you see all them guys, you just think, I want to be in 5 years' time already.
Yeah.
You know?
Jeremy's thinking, I wish I had a time machine.
I could
go
get back.
Yeah.
Get back with them guys and get my chance again. But yeah, no, obviously it's great to see now is how many of those really will get a lot of opportunities to really make it to the top, because, you know, there's only 11 spots, every weekend. And when you see all them names, they can't all play, unfortunately. So some of those might get disappointed and just want to move on or go on loan, or you just don't know what will happen. So, but yeah, when you see that quality, you just hope that they will get a chance to show it.
Yeah, right, let's have a look at the table then. After tonight's games, we can see Arsenal top of the table there, which is what you want to see. 6 points, 2 wins from 2.
Not a single goal
Victoria,
conceded.
they lost today as well. So, you know, we're looking in a commanding position there. In fact, our opponents tonight, Standard Liege, who, it has to be said, with all due respect, we were a level above them. They're kind of like the second in the group. So, I mean, it's joint with Eintracht Frankfurt. But are you worried looking at that? Are you thinking this should be plain sailing now, qualification?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's an easy run in now, because we've proven that, you know, the most difficult game now will be probably Standard Liège away, because we've got Frankfurt at home. So, yeah, it should be a nice, easy qualification, which is what you want at this stage. You want to be able to play your youngsters, relax, not too much pressure. And then as it gets into the knockouts, obviously, that's when you have to kind of balance the league against the European competitions. But, no, it's all looking good so far.
Yeah, easy peasy.
Yeah.
Right, before we go, one word sign off from you guys about tonight's game. What did you make of it in one word? Go for it. We'll go with you, Tim Z first.
Oh, no. I don't know what to say.
Only because the pressure was on you.
Yeah. Youthful.
Oh,
good
I was
word.
thinking of that, actually.
Really?
Something to
Nick,
do,
my guy.
Just do it in French, it's fine.
No, seriously, do it in French. No, I'm joking.
Go on.
Expected, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I
3
see they're
words.
more confident.
But, you know, take off the I guess and it's fine. Expected and youthful. Tim Z, Jeremy, thank you both very much. And thank you for watching, as always, here on Arsenal Nation Live. You can catch us once again for the visit of Bournemouth on Sunday. We'll be on Arsenal Player from 1 p.m. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.